Okay, so first of all, what is your opinion on my short film idea?
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's alright.
So, is it going to be like highlights of his life, or?
So, what I'm planning to do is either do flashbacks or like follow all the way through his life, so from when he was young or since all the way up to when he.
I think
I
if
think
you,
narrative is better because a lot of people do flashbacks and it's kind of cliche.
I
Yeah,
think
but
if
how are
you
you
do
gonna
do the
fit
in a way?
flashbacks, you have to
Okay.
be careful not to jump about a lot.
Yeah,
If
but
you
if
jump too far, like big gaps, then it just sort of like makes it difficult.
Yeah,
to
So-
watch.
make it like
Yeah. There you
5 to 10 years or so instead of going from like
Mhm.
12 to 43
go.
because
Mhm.
then it's like what could have happened in that time.
Yeah.
And you
But
want
if you
to
do
make
a
sure you keep
narrative,
up with it.
how are you going to fit it all in 5 minutes? Because it's obviously going to be a large amount of his life, and you've got to fit it into 5 minutes.
Mm.
In a narrative, might be a bit
Well,
difficult.
what's the difference between narrative and flashback? Really, it will still take the same amount of time.
Like his flashbacks, you can go to
Yeah.
like, important parts.
Narrative,
the
you,
whole
narrative, you go for to important parts in order, can't you?
Yeah.
Depends.
So
So flashback starts, it keeps going back like that, whereas a narrative just goes like that. It's still the same.
I'd say do it in
You
like,
probably-
do it
it'd probably-
forwards, don't do it backwards. 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
don't
it'd probably
do it
it'd probably be
backwards.
quicker to do a narrative because then you wouldn't have to keep going back to him laying there like.
So,
whatever he's doing.
if you were my audience,
Yeah.
what would you prefer? Would you prefer to see a narrative, or would you prefer to see the flashbacks?
No,
Narrative.
First,
Narrative.
narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
What-
flashbacks, like you'd use flashbacks to do specific points of his life, like the most important bits. Like, but with narrative, you can tell the whole story, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so as the audience, do you feel that it will be hard to understand what is happening in the short film without dialogue?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without doubt.
Yeah.
I think the fact that so much goes on, that if you don't,
Yeah.
if you're not being told, and if you can't, like, you won't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
That's never good.
Okay then.
So
But what would you feel about having a narrator put over it? Do you feel that would help you understand?
Yeah, if it's
It
the
would
guy.
help.
If it's the
Yeah,
guy.
if it was the actual guy, because I mean,
What about having
It
the
couldn't
man's
even be
like
the guy, it
wife
could
or,
just be his
or son or
Doctor
daughter?
or something like that.
That
Maybe,
be okay.
a son's quite a good
if
idea.
it
Yeah.
would have to be someone that
Son,
would
not-
know him very personally,
Mm-hmm.
so he could reflect
You could
on
have
all
wife
these
if
events.
they like grew up together from little kids.
Okay.
The whole
Wait, did
Yeah.
you say he's wrote a book about his life?
Yeah, it's kind of like his final few moments from when he obviously was diagnosed with this cancer. He kind of jotted down the main highlights of his
Maybe
life.
it could be his carer or his doctor
Mhm.
has been at his home or something and is just like reading from the book.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That's-
Or
I
someone
like
could
that.
find it. Yeah, someone could
Yeah.
just come across it and then be reading from it.
Yeah.
Like Jumanji. Like,
Okay.
What a film.
Do you think that a suitable ending for my film to have the main character almost fade out of the shot?
No, you should have the book closing.
The book. Oh, I like
That's
that.
good.
I
Closing
really
as
like
well,
that.
yeah.
The book closing.
Like a symbol.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
so my original idea was to have him and the wife almost sit down at like a bench and have him fade out of the shot. But do you feel that the book would be a better
The book-
idea?
if you're going to use
Mama
like,
said laugh is
like,
like the best child.
you have to make sure you keep it through the whole way, 'cause otherwise the book won't mean anything at the end.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So linking back to the
Yeah.
second question when we talk about flashbacks, would you prefer to have flashbacks to the book? So almost like
Yeah,
little
maybe-
bits
maybe
like
so,
the page.
like-
To show the person reading
Yeah,
the book.
and they flash back.
To show
Okay.
them like open it, to show them reading.
And when they
some
get
of
to that
Yeah.
section, it flashes back to when he lived through it.
And you can sort of flick through the pages to get to key points or something.
So,
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
so at the start it's like a flashback and then it's a narrative in a way. Or
No, so like the person's reading the book, it's narrative
Yeah.
for like that person that's reading, but then like when it gets to important parts in his life, it flashes back to when he lived through it
Yeah.
for like I don't know, like 30 seconds or whatever.
oh, okay.
So linking back to the flashbacks, as what we've just discussed, what effect do you think I should add on to the scenes of the flashback to make it look like a realistic flashback? Do you think it should be like tinted
Speedy
in the
star.
corner?
Dark.
Do you think should be like tinted dark in the corners, or do you
Yeah,
think it
like-
should be
Maybe
light?
like sepia-ish
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the corners.
Kind of like it's
Yeah.
a horrid, cold
Yeah.
day. with grey.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
need to have something
Like-
distinct, like maybe like black and white or something, just so
Yeah.
it's distinctive, so
Okay.
you know it's a flashback.
I
Not
think
that
s-
it's
I think the black and
like-
white would go well with the book as well. Almost.
Yeah.
Sepia would be a bit good around the corners because books are kind of a sepia-ish
Yeah.
colour.
Mm. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so final question: do you have any ideas of the title for my short film?
The ending story. Instead of-
Forest Gump.
So my original idea, because I was gonna have the wife narrate over it. I was gonna have the title as like "Forever with Us," because it's almost like the family talking about his life. What's your opinion on that?
Depends who you get the narrator.
Yeah,
I think
if it is
the
a
narrate-
family member narrating, that was a good. That is a super
Mm.
title.
If you change it to someone like finding the book, you can always try and find it to like a grandchild finding the book like a certain
like
amount of
that.
years later,
Mhm.
and then you can still have the same title.
Mhm.
Trying to fit. I don't know.
Because like, they
He
might
gets
not
him a
have
shot
known.
like ink, because he's writing with
There's a
ink.
film called Ink.
Is it?
Is there a film called ink? Not ink. I mean, ink wouldn't be that good anyway.
Mm.
Don't know really.
Not like Click.
Click. That's a
No.
good film, I've heard.
No, that's fine. All right, thank you very much, guys.